Hi, this is Zevia of Astrum Brumalis on Kil'jaeden. Welcome to our how-to video for the Conclave of Wind. This fight is separated into 3 bosses on 3 platforms. Anshal is on the west platform, Nazir is on the north platform, and Rohash is on the east platform. Each boss must have at least one person within attacking range at all times, or else they will begin putting a raid-wiping debuff on everyone in the zone. It will start small, allowing for some error, but if they are left alone on a platform for too long, the debuff will stack too high and kill everyone. Anshal has 2 abilities. One is called Soothing Breeze, where he will place a green circle on the ground at his feet that will heal him and silence anyone standing in it. The tank will need to move him off these, and anyone else on his platform will need to make sure they don't stand in it. He will also summon adds after channeling an ability called Nurture. The adds don't really hit very hard, but they can channel an ability called Toxic Spores. This will place a stacking debuff every second for 5 seconds on anyone nearby that deals 500 nature damage per second per stack. Generally, you will have a lot of melee on this platform, so it's very helpful to the healer if you move away from the adds when they use this ability. However, it won't immediately kill you if you don't. Just be aware that you may be putting extra strain on your healer. Over on the north platform is Nazir. He will randomly place a frost patch at the feet of someone on his platform. This patch will do some initial damage, then continue to tick damage, as well as stack a slowing debuff on the target as long as they are in the patch. If you take too long to get out of it, you will effectively be rooted in place and continue to take damage. He will also sometimes pulse out a damaging frost aura that will give you a stacking debuff that causes you to take 10% more frost damage per stack. He will otherwise periodically cast a conal frost spell on his target that will need to be healed through. Make sure the tank is facing the boss away from anyone else on the platform for this reason. Rohash on the east platform will have 3 tornadoes up on his platform that generally stay within the gray circle on the ground and will randomly move about. Touching one of these will knock you back. He will otherwise mostly spam an ability called Slicing Gale, which does some minor damage to anyone in range. Periodically, he will also use an ability called Wind Blast. He'll face a random direction, then begin channeling a powerful wind that will knock you off the platform while he spins in a clockwise direction. Each of the bosses has an energy bar as well, and all 3 will fill up at the same time at the same rate. When they reach 100, they will all use an ultimate ability. Anshal's ultimate is Zephyr. He will simply heal himself as a channel, as well as stack a buff on himself that will cause him to do more damage when the channel is over for a short amount of time. He will also cause any adds still up on his platform to become significantly more powerful. Nazir's ultimate is a blizzard that will do about 28,000 damage per tick, spread out amongst everybody on his platform. Rohash's ultimate is Hurricane, which is just like Malygos' Vortex ability. He will throw everyone up into the air and do damage to them over time, then do additional fall damage to them when the hurricane ends. If you are a priest healer, you can use Levitate to avoid the fall damage. You will be unable to cast anything except instant casts while in the air. Finally, whenever any of the bosses is reduced to 1% health, he will begin a 1-minute channel. At the end of this channel, he will completely heal to full health. As a result, all the bosses must be killed within 60 seconds of the first one going down. For this fight, we put 1 healer and 2 ranged DPS on Rohash's platform, a tank and healer on Nazir's platform, and the other 5 members on Anshal's platform. It is important to keep enough DPS on Anshal's platform to get the adds down in time so that they don't enrage. Rohash's platform otherwise needs enough DPS to make sure that he goes down at about the same time as Anshal. We found that all platform swapping was best done just before ultimate abilities were used. When these abilities are going off, the ability to change platforms will be locked out, so you will need to jump just before they are used. Here is how the swaps work for each platform. If you are the tank and healer combination on either Anshal or Nazir's platform, you will need to swap for each ultimate phase because of the stacking frost debuff that Nazir puts up. If you are the healer on Rohash's platform, you will not need to swap for most of the fight. If you are the DPS on Rohash's platform, you will need to swap at each ultimate phase to split damage on Nazir's platform from Blizzard. Immediately after the Blizzard is over, you will need to swap back to Rohash. Be aware that he might be channeling Wind Blast right where you're going to land, so you may want to ask your healer to let you know if that's happening so you can wait a second before jumping back. If you are the DPS on Anshal's platform, you will need to swap at each ultimate phase to split damage on Nazir's platform from Blizzard. Immediately after it is over, you will need to swap back to Anshal so you can continue killing adds and keeping Anshal at about the same health as Rohash. Anshal and Rohash should go down at approximately the same time. When they have, all raid members can swap over to Nazir's platform where they will have approximately 50 seconds to finish him off. This is generally the best time to use Time Warp or Bloodlust. To summarize for each platform. On Anshal, don't stand in green circles and kill adds. The tank and healer need to swap with Nazir's tank and healer at each ultimate. The DPS need to swap at each ultimate, then back when it's over. On Nazir, don't stand in blue patches or in front of the boss unless you are the tank. The tank and healer need to swap with Anshaal's tank and healer at each ultimate. On Rohash, don't get hit by tornadoes or wind blast. The DPS need to swap at each ultimate, then back when it's over. The healer can stay put until Rohash is dead. Overall, each platform's duty is relatively simple, and the fight is mostly a proper test of raid coordination. This is a good entry-level raiding encounter, as the healing is generally not too intensive and each individual's job is relatively easy. Good luck, and thanks for watching.